Emma skipped home, a giggle bubbling in her throat. Milo, her invisible best friend, was bouncing ahead, practically vibrating with excitement. "Race you to the oak tree!" Milo's voice echoed in her mind, a clear, bright sound only she could hear. Emma grinned, already sprinting. Milo, a whirlwind of unseen energy, was always faster. They reached the ancient oak, its branches gnarled and reaching like arthritic fingers. Milo, she imagined, was already halfway up, swinging from an invisible branch. They spent their days in fantastical adventures. They'd surfed on rainbows, played hide-and-seek with the wind, and even built a castle out of clouds. Milo was everything Emma wasn't: brave, adventurous, and utterly fearless. He was the missing piece of her quiet, sometimes lonely life. But lately, doubts had begun to creep in. The other kids couldn't see Milo, of course. And sometimes, when Emma was tired or stressed, the whispers in her mind seemed to fade, replaced by a heavy silence. Today, as she sat beneath the oak, the silence felt particularly heavy. She tried to call out to Milo, but only her own voice answered, thin and reedy in the afternoon sun. A tear traced a path down her cheek. Was Milo real? Or was he just a figment of her imagination, a friend she'd created to escape the loneliness? The thought was a cold fist squeezing her heart. She looked up at the sky, searching for a sign, a glimpse of her invisible friend. That evening, Emma's parents found her sitting by her window, staring out at the darkening sky. They sat with her, gently asking what was wrong. Emma hesitated, unsure how to explain her invisible friend. But as she started to tell them about her adventures with Milo, about the rainbows and the cloud castle, she saw a flicker of understanding in her mother's eyes. Her mother smiled gently and said, "Sometimes, the best friends are the ones we can only see in our hearts." The next morning, Emma woke with a renewed sense of hope. She went outside, and as she stood beneath the oak tree, she felt a familiar, almost imperceptible, shift in the air. She closed her eyes, focusing on the feeling of Milo's presence, the joy of their shared adventures. When she opened her eyes, she didn't see Milo, but she felt him. She knew, with a certainty that settled deep in her soul, that he was real. Their adventures might be invisible to others, but their friendship was as real and vibrant as the sunlight dappling the leaves of the ancient oak. They spent the day building a new castle, this time out of fallen leaves and twigs, a tangible reminder of their invisible bond. Emma understood then that Milo's existence wasn't about being seen, but about being felt. And that was enough. It was more than enough.